Welcome to the Below Football Kaizer family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to be the first to get the latest news. Kaizer Chiefs seek to recover from slow Confederation Cup start against Zesco. Kaizer Chiefs will visit Zesco United in Ndola on Sunday as both teams look to bounce back from less than ideal starts to the CAF Confederation Cup's Group D action. Chiefs began their group stage campaign with a 2-1 away loss to Al Masry and then drew 1-1 at home to fellow Egyptian side Zamalek. Zesco, meanwhile, lost 1-0 on the road to Zamalek and then 3-2 at home to Al Masry. In a tough group, neither they nor Amakasi can afford defeat in the third matchday. The Glamour Boys returned to Betway Premiership action after the mid-season break with a 1-0 win over Golden Arrows on Tuesday to go third in the league. Zesco have had a poor run of form in the Zambia Super League and sit seventh, but their last game was a 1-0 win over Kabwe on Saturday. Only the top two teams in each Confederation Cup group progressed to the quarter-finals. Al Masry lead the group with 6 after 2 games, while Zamalek have 4. Kaizer Chiefs 1 and Zesco none. Key details. Date, Sunday, January 25th at 1500 hours Central Africa Time, 1300 hours Greenwich Mean Time. Venue, Levi Mwanawasa Stadium, Ndola. How to watch. The match is scheduled for broadcast on Super Sports DStv Channel 205. Team news. Zesco have recently lost key attacking trio David Simakonda, Freddie Michael Kuablin, both to Ceramica Cleopatra, and Pascal Fairai to Pyramids FC. For Chiefs, the injury crisis they faced in the first few months of the season has not fully abated. George Matlu, Sabonjasini Mthethwa, and Bradley Cross missed the win over Golden Arrows. However, Maccabi Glody Lalipo was fit enough to start. Expected lineups. Zesco United. GK Philip Sakauda, LB Shemi Mayembe, CB Kabaso Chango, CB Gift Prosperum Fand, RB Benedict Chapeshi, CM Vitalis Gontar, CM Lindom Konta, CM Leonard Mulna, LW Abraham Cian Combo, ST Alex Nona, RW Kelvin Campamba. Kaizer Chiefs. GK Brandon Peterson, LB Pasika Mako, CB Aiden McCarthy, CB Inacio Miguel, RB Thabiso Munyain, CM Saifsayon Dlovu. News. CAF Confederation Cup. Why Kaizer Chiefs will get into trouble if they lose against Zesco United. Kaizer Chiefs return to CAF Confederation Cup action this weekend with a trip to Zambia to face Zesco United, a fixture that will test Chiefs' character and continental ambitions. Current situation. Amakasi's campaign has yet to ignite, having opened with a narrow defeat to Al Masry before settling for a draw against Zamalek, results that have left them playing catch-up in a tightly contested group. Chiefs currently occupy third place, just ahead of bottom-placed Zesco, and there is little margin for error. Another defeat would significantly dent their qualification hopes, while a Zesco victory would see the Zambian side leapfrog Amakasi, plunging the Soweto Giants into a precarious position with their quarter-final prospects hanging by a thread. What's at stake? The stakes underline how much has changed for South African clubs on the continent. Gone are the days of half-hearted campaigns. As of late, every CAF competition is treated as a genuine title pursuit. Stellenbosch reached the Confederation Cup semifinals last season, and for Chiefs, the urgency is even greater. Having already exited the MTN 8 and Carling knockout, they are left juggling the Confederation Cup, the Betway Premiership and the defense of their Nedbank Cup crown. The big storyline. Chiefs also continue to live in the continental shadows of rivals Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns, both of whom boast CAF Champions League titles and multiple final appearances. A strong run in the Confederation Cup would help restore belief, revive past glory and reassert Chiefs' presence in Africa. That journey cannot afford a misstep when they take to the field in Zambia on Sunday. Interim co-head coaches Cedric Kaze and Ben Khalil find themselves in a high-pressure audition, with every match serving as a live assessment of their credentials for the permanent role. Since stepping in for Nasreddine Nabi, Is this the end of Aubrey Modiba? Former Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates stars agree on emerging mamelodi Sundowns defender Thato Sibia. As one remarks, South Africa is going to benefit. The 19-year-old burst onto the big stage impressively and has underlined Masindawana's depth at left-back. His presence and performances could pose a huge challenge to more established players, including Bafana coach Hugo Bruce's first-choice option and Divine Lunga. With Fawaz Basadian and Zesco Tawani also in the mix, competition for a regular place in that position is set to intensify at Clorkop. Sibia enters the stage. Thato Sibia was handed his mamelodi Sundowns professional debut by coach Miguel Cardoso in the 2-0 win over Orbit College as Premier Soccer League action resumed on Monday. The Amagita star was named the man of the match on his maiden appearance for the Masindawana first team and stepped in well for Aubrey Modiba, who was out of the matchday squad. Former Orlando Pirates midfielder Benedict Vilakazi has praised the teenage defender for his performance against Orbit. Sibia, "I have watched him in the under-20 national team and also at the World Cup," said so as per idiski Times. "What a wonderful boy. A very good player in that left-back, and I think if the boy can continue the way he is doing, he will be one of the future left-footed left-backs." Sundowns starlet touted as one for the future. Sibia was part of the Amagita squad at the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup and is counted in this generation of players that was crowned as African champions. That has left former Chiefs winger Junior Connie mentioning him as a player which could become key in South African football in future. "The boy is talented and I think South Africa is going to benefit. Mamelodi Sundowns won't be the only ones benefiting from his talent," said Connie. "And this is what we want to see from this team, promoting young players. There's no way you invest in development and 6 keepers, 1 dream, Chiefs safe hands." Kaizer Chiefs goalkeeper Brandon Peterson praises 2 young keepers stepping up to train with the first team while still playing in the DStv Idiski Challenge. Chiefs revealed that 6 goalkeepers are training under coach Elise Mzufi, Brandon Peterson, Bruce Vuma, Fiacre Ntwari, Bontel Malef, and youngsters Takalani Mazamba, 18, and Naftali Makona, 19. Peterson believes the exposure to first-team training is a crucial step in their development. "I think the younger ones, they're very good goalkeepers. I think they've shown it at the DDC level in the games they've played," said Peterson. The experienced keeper said a lot of people have been speaking about the 2 youngers and that it's important to have them part of the first team because that's the next step for them. "That just lights up that fire in the belly to say that this is where I want to be. And once you're part of that setup, you don't want to look back. You motivate yourself, you keep working hard because that's where you want to be. So for me, very good goalkeepers and looking forward to working with them." Asked who has impressed him the most, Peterson both the teen keepers were talented. "I think both of them. Takalani and Naftali. Both of them are different kind of goalkeepers but very talented, very hardworking, and I've been impressed by both of them." Chiefs Kaizer, some teams think they are entitled to win. They do everything to make things happen, even when some of these things are not hones, said the Chiefs co-head coach. Kaizer Chiefs Cedric Kaizer has voiced his opinion on Sunday's Africa Cup of Nations final. Picture, Sydney Seshabadi/Gallo Images. Kaizer Chiefs co-head coach Cedric Kaizer believes Senegal's decision to walk off the field in protest during their victory in the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations final does not reflect well on the continental game. Also read, Chiefs give update on January signings. But he also criticized the behavior of teams from some parts of Africa in what could be seen as a criticism of Morocco. Chiefs Kaizer, they do everything to make things happen. The North African side have been widely vilified after a video emerged in the final of Moroccan ball boys trying to steal the towel of Senegal goalkeeper Edouard Mendy. There are some teams from some parts of Africa that think they are entitled to win when things don't go their way, said Kaizer. Read more. Opinion: Senegal deserve AFCON title despite walkout madness. They do everything to make things happen, even when some of these things are not honest. For example, when we played Zamalek in the CAF Confederation Cup group stages, we conceded a goal 2 or 3 minutes in. But after that for 90 minutes their players were falling down every time the ball went out of play. That is their mentality, and when you do that to them they start complaining. The AFCON was tremendously entertaining with games at a high level. But some things we saw yesterday, in the final, were shameful for African football. To walk off the pitch is not good and a precedent we should all condemn. It should not be allowed to be a way of protesting. The penalty was true. Senegal coach Pape Thiaw led his players